Hi, hello, happy Sabbath and Shabbat Shalom. Well, my little patch of gangly onions are looking happy. It's a little spindly and they fall over, but that's fine. And these, I don't yet know if these avocados are gonna make it over here. This one probably will, but I don't know. Pretty soon it should be weather warm enough to put these plants out as well, other than, of course, the spider plants, which I need to be potted. And, well, these are coming, a couple of these are coming back pretty good. That one's got two different stems on it. That one's got a stem on it. That one has a stem on it. So, hopefully they'll all come back. It's hard to tell. Some of them, if they have a stem, or they're going to have a stem, I haven't seen it yet. But, as many as I can, I want to give them a chance to recover from the freezing. Again, these two are new seeds, so waiting on them to just pop up their first stem. These have sat there and kind of done very little, but they'll probably do a lot when they're warm. Here I screwed up. I let this thing go dry. And because I let it go dry, it lost a lot of root. Now, it's got a root that may even be a brand new root from just recently, and it's got a little bit of recovered root and salvaged root. So, hopefully, I won't screw up and do that again and kill the thing. I've pretty much tried several times in the past year, or several years, to root one of these things, and it always seems that I make some kind of mistake and kill them off before they're stable enough. Hopefully this time I'll be able to get it in the ground and rooted. Again, my idea is if this thing will go to seed, then I can go ahead and get seedlings and start my own crops. Other than that, this thing is hopefully rooting in. It was developing rootlets before I put it in the ground. And then, so, one of those, I don't remember which, has a seed in it. Avocado seed. But I don't know that it's coming up yet. I've got a lot more avocado seeds to replant. These out here, it's just about, like I say, hopefully I can get these out in the warm under the rooftop here so they can get a steady summer rainfall. And our newest babies, because of the fact that it was a little cold last night, are in here this morning, just pretty much we'll clean them up a little bit and put them back out later on. And so that, again, that's Mutt and Jeff there. They were born to us just a couple days ago. Not even, yeah, about 24 hours. A little less than, more than 24 hours, but less than, I mean, more, yeah, more than 24, but less than 48. And their mother is out here already. Yes, there's Caroline. And there's Gold and Silver. They're over a week old already. Yes, Caroline, you know that cameras are... You want a squidgy scratch? Yes, you want a squidgy scratch. She's a baby. Yeah. Yes, Caroline. I'll see you whenever I feed you in a bit. And then Samantha, she really likes those babies. They're not hers, they're Ginger's, but they like her and she likes them. What can I say? The fields are kind of green. We got a little bit more rain recently. There's brown spots down there, and it's not because it's dry, and it's not because it's so terribly hot exactly. It's just because of the fact that some of that plant material is seasonal, and once its time goes by, it tends to quit growing. for the whole rest of the year. Now up here, I've got some grapevines popping open here. This little corner seems to be really ideal for them. Some of them are already almost a foot long. Oddly enough, they seem to grow better in the shade than they do in the sun. I'm not for sure exactly why that is. But they're getting a goodly amount of light. This field is much thicker, and it's a lot more of it's grass than spring herb. And that mulberry tree, which I think is a male, is pretty much putting out flowers. Of course, the males put out their flowers first, then the females put out their fruiting flowers. And the tiger lilies are about twice as tall as last week. Again, they'll get up 7-8 feet tall, some of them. Well, I have not felt super great lately. Well, not that I ever do, but even today I don't feel all that good. Yeah. This one produced really good quality. Well, this whole group produced good quality grapes last year. Although I picked them painfully late, which is my own fault. So I missed a lot of the grape production. The mountain bog gentian over here is about 3.5 inches tall, 4 stems. So hopefully it'll have a good year. It's its second year that I've been aware of it. Can't guarantee it's actually second year. Just the second year I've been aware of it. Because I didn't realize it was there until it flowered. Now, the dogwoods over here, they're all out in full bloom or slightly past full bloom. So they're everywhere. They're just not easy to pick up on camera, simply because of the fact that, you know, two-dimensional sight, you know, there are more of them open this year than past years. It's more of practically every flower. Down that other row, like I pointed out before, there's loads and loads of those orange cocoons. They're populating everywhere. I figured get one last shot of the sorry, the camera's wiggling and stuff. One last shot of the white irises here before they finish their round. But they always come up first, and then they go away before everything else comes up. Then over here we've got some of the normal, traditional, almost what you call wild blue irises coming up. They'll probably bloom for the longest period of time because of the separation of bloom. As you see, daisies are coming up already. And yellow sheepshire, which are immediately related to they're part of the sorrel family. And they're coming up all over the place. They're a little behind the sorrel. And then the wild lettuce is coming up. I don't know how many varieties of wild lettuce there are but there's enough varieties that you get many different sizes, different leaf textures and things. Some different flower colors. They're not all yellow. Some are pink and blue, like bachelor buttons and chicory and things. But this blackberry has decided to come open. So hopefully again I'll have a good crop from it this year, but for one plant anyhow. A good harvest for one plant. These little yellow-green flowers are really making a show for themselves. There's a bee on the one, so at least it's known to be good for food for the bees. I'm hoping that some of this is blossoms on these wild black raspberries. And again, I say wild because of the fact that they just came on their own. I don't know if they're a wild strain or if they're a tame strain. But hopefully they'll just be covered in them this year. Again, Rose of Sharon has not opened up its blooms yet. It was a snake, I think. And then of course the lilies and more irises. Gotta watch where I walk here because of this. I even say that every time I come down here. And I gotta watch where I'm walking. So the peonies are almost 2 feet tall in the middle. And there's at least 13 individual stems over there. Walking out here to see if there's any hope that any of these rice kernels have decided to germinate, and I don't think so. I think they've all just rotted. Of course, again, they could have been sterilized for shipping. So the peony, it's got buds on it now already, so it'll be pretty soon it'll be open. Some of the darker, the white little jonquil type flowers, the paper whites, are almost done for the year, but the darker, richer irises are mid-bloom. There's not many of them of that particular color, but they're there. Hopefully they'll grow in population. Tulips don't seem to be excited about flowering. And the hazelnuts have opened up quite a bit more. And of course our good old reliable standby of verbena. Apple's pretty much finished blossoming. Now it's setting fruit. And hopefully I can figure out a way to keep that fruit from being raided by the groundhogs. These are doing pretty good. The strawberries are flowering. Nice little cluster of them there. There'll be lots more of them later on. The butterfly weed and the echinacea and several other plants are starting to come up, including the wild petunias. The cherries have finished blooming. Let me skip off of that real quick and let's show you what I've been up to in here. Now I have actually not been filming a lot of this. I have moved my little toolbox stand over here in this corner. It's not fastened to the wall, it's just balanced on those blocks. This thing is fastened to the wall, and I have my CD player and amplifier down inside it. I've been, again, and I got that chair kind of freed up, but I've got to put everything else. So a lot of this is just making things fit. This I'm going to put somewhere else. It just takes up too much space in here. So a lot of this area that you'll see me stumble over, a lot of this garbage is going to have to go out because it's, well, just like old drywall garbage from something. Loads and loads of trash to clean up. This bench will end up going over here along this row, and it'll be the workbench and the seating bench to be a place for little projects. And it'll probably get clustered up real good. So again, all that plywood is for shelves, and all that flooring is for shelves, and I've got other plywood for shelves. So hopefully I'll have enough shelves, because I've got so much garbage piled up in places that you can't make sense out of it. And it's not piled up in order of what it is, it's just piled up in order of when it showed up. Don't remember if I mentioned that I'd gotten this propane tank, but it's still sitting there, hanging there until I can get a place for it. And up in the corner, there's a few flowers still open over there, but they're mostly done. And more stuff from inside the building sitting under here, just trying to keep it out of the rain. The only reason I can even do that is because that's a solid sheet of metal and not perforated slatted boards. Otherwise it'd just rain right down on it. And now how many of these cherries actually set fruits? Anybody's guess. They often don't. They often cast a lot of fruit. Oh yeah, I went right past the asparagus. Now this year I fertilized it a little bit, and I will do so again, since I'm mostly looking at green growth rather than fruit. Get the vigorous green growth going on if I can. I don't know. So I'm going to forego heading downstairs because I just don't feel good. And I just particularly, I wonder when that came down. I know what it is now that I see what it is. I should be sure after sometime tomorrow pull that. This is a vine that grows up the side of a tree, and it looks like the wind blew this off just since yesterday. So I'll carry that over and put it in a pen, and the goats will destroy it in a matter of seconds. And I can see where it broke off up there. It got away from the edge of the tree where it didn't have any grip, and then the wind blew and broke it, because it's pretty brittle stuff. It's fairly weak. That's pretty much everything down here. Again, there's different roses and other bushes that are open, but that doesn't mean they're about to flower. They're growing, but not blooming. Over here we've got the dewberries, and they may put on some fruit, but they don't usually put on a lot. For some reason they put on way more flowers than they do fruit. And then amongst everything there's a little bit of vetch. So that's pretty much everything that has either changed or is notable. Again, I don't know, I might be seeing some opening up of the hard to tell because there's other brush around it, like this kind of brush. Whether the crepe myrtle's open or if it's just other brush. It looks to be just other brush. Yeah, lots and lots of little plums. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything from the crepe myrtles yet, but I think I'm seeing lots of little plums. So, hard to say if the crepe myrtles are doing alright or not until they either do or don't get through the whole year. The reason they look so bad like that is because they were killed off by the frost. And I say killed off, I mean the leaves were killed off by the frost. I don't know if the rest of it was killed off or not. So, nothing changed over in this area. Hopefully it will soon, but not today. Not this week. Not this next week. We shall see. Alright, well, I'm going to keep it short since I just feel run down. And I will fill you in on more next time.